Chelsea have done it again. We are world champion. While the rest of the world watches in silence, behind the scene, the ball is moving. The truth why Chelsea didn't sign Jadon Sancho, Nkunku is being watched, Jackson is untouchable, and Donnarumma, that one could get real. Moves are happening, doors are closing, some are being forced open. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 3K. Let's dive straight into it. Chelsea 3, PSG 0. Let me say that again. Chelsea Football Club 3, Paris Saint-Germain 0. We are world champion. Yeah, you heard me right. The FIFA Club World Cup champion. And not just by chance. We absolutely slaughtered the so-called European champion. We humbled them, we dominated them, we silenced the doubters. Against all odds, against all noise, Chelsea are back on the map. Chelsea are great again. My voice is gone, my head is spinning. I've been shouting like a madman because this right here is history. Let's start the stage with Enzo Maresca. In his very first year as a Chelsea manager, he has done what Mikel Arteta couldn't do in 6. He's brought silverwares, real silverwares. And I'm not talking about any trophy. The biggest prize in club football after the Champions League. This is Maresca Masterclass. This is Chelsea blueprint, calm, structured, dominance paired with raw individual brilliance. Let's break it down. PSG came into this match as champions of Europe. The team with Kvaratskhelia, Vitinha, Fabian Luiz, Dembele and co. But Maresca didn't blink. He controlled the game from minute 1. In midfield, Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo made João Neves and Vitinha look like academy players. Complete and utter dominance. This midfield pivot was worth every penny. They run the show, progressing, breaking up plays, setting the tempo, total control. At the back, Levi Kowe and Trevoh Chalobah locked up the entire attack. Dembele, invincible. Kvaratskhelia, ghosted. Desired way, pocketed. Kowe and Chalobah didn't just defend, they dominated. This was old school Chelsea defending. No nonsense, no fear. And now let's talk about the boy wonder himself, Cole Palmer. What a performance. A 9.5 rating, 2 goals, 1 assist, a man possessed, a man on a mission. This wasn't just a final. This was a stage for Palmer to remind the world he's not just a talent, he's a star. Player of the match, player of the tournament, big moments, big stage, he delivers. From being let go by City to dominating PSG on the biggest stage in club football, Palmer has completed the arc. What a baller. Now I've criticized him before, but credit to where it's due. Robert Sanchez moved like prime Peter Cech on Sunday, 6 save, commanding in the box, big moments handled like a veteran, Golden Glove winner. That's not a fluke, that's clutch goalkeeping. If he ever needed a defining moment in the Chelsea shirt, this is one. And this wasn't just a win on the pitch, it was a statement in the boardroom too. Chelsea earned around £84 million from this tournament, with 21.3 just for showing up, another 62.7 for lifting the trophy. That's money we can reinvest. That's money that strengthens the project. And above all, that's money earned with glory, not handouts. So say what you want, call us bottle job, say we are in a rebuild, complain about the spending, complain about the youth, but as of today, Chelsea are the best team in the world. Champions of the world. You don't have to like it, but you have to respect it. Something massive is brewing in the market. Rodrygo could be going, but to where? And if Chelsea were once interested, why are they suddenly walking away? Let's break it down. According to Ben Jacobs, via Goldberg CFC, Chelsea have discussed Rodrygo internally earlier this summer. His name was floated, the scouting team knows him well, the profile is admired. But then, silence. That's because Chelsea moved swiftly to sign Jamie Bynoe-Gittin from Borussia Dortmund. A deal they view as a statement. Sources say Chelsea see Gittin as a starter, not a depth option, not one for the future, one for now. And that's cooled down the Rodrygo links for now. But here is the twist. Reports coming from Spain. According to Mecca, Real Madrid has made it clear to Rodrygo a move is destined. And Copa equally added, Madrid will demand at least €100 million to let him go. And this is not just noise. Rodrygo was on the pitch for 88 minutes across the entire Club World Cup, and Alonso didn't trust him to start him in key moments. His role is under threat. Mbappe, Vini, Garcia, too many options. Madrid are not pushing him out, but they are open. The message is, bring the money and we can talk. So now, we ask the big question, could Chelsea jump back in? The Rodrygo deal would be a financial monster. 100 million plus fees, massive wages, already earned 180k plus at Madrid and would want a pay rise. It doesn't align with Chelsea youth first, high potential structure under the new ownership. Rodrygo could leave Real Madrid, that's clear. Chelsea admire the player, that's also true. But are they willing to pay 100 million euros plus wages for a player who would disrupt the wage structure right after committing to Jamie Gittins? That's the key question, and right now the answers looks like a no. But in football, never say never. And now, according to L'Equipe, Chelsea are one of the clubs interested in signing PSG goalkeeper Donnarumma. Reports claim his contract situation has triggered interest from multiple elite clubs, including Manchester United, Man City, and of course Chelsea. Donnarumma's deal at PSG expires in the summer of 2026, meaning only 1 year remains before his final contractual season, and PSG could be forced to listen to offer to avoid losing him on a cheap, or worse, for free. Let's be honest, we have been crying out for a goalkeeper with presence, not just someone who passed out from the back, but a true shot stopper, someone who wins matches, someone you can trust when it matters. Donnarumma is that guy. His resume speaks volume. Champions League winner, UEFA Euro 2020 winner, and he was the player of the tournament. Italy undisputed number 1, built like a tank, moved like a panther. We are talking about a goalkeeper at 25 years old, has over 400 senior appearances, and big game mentality in his DNA. But here is where the plot thickens. Last time Chelsea went in for an elite Serie A goalkeeper, Mike Maignan, they reportedly walked away over a 5 million price gap. So the question is, will Chelsea back Maresca and go extra mile to line Donnarumma, even with the wages plus Essence fee likely to be sky high? Because this deal won't be cheap, PSG won't be easy to negotiate with, the salary package will be top tier, and yet this is the level we must return to. Simple. And if Chelsea are serious, I mean really serious about returning to the top, this is the kind of signing that sets the tune. It's time to stop second guessing, it's time to stop developing and start dominating. If Maresca can land Donnarumma, we are cooking something special. And now, this is what you call sending a message to the market. Chelsea are putting 100 million euros tag on Nicolas Jackson, and it's got the fan divided. Is it worth that much? Probably not. But what this shows is how Chelsea value their assets. Let's get into the full story. According to Kenan Gill, Chelsea are not actively looking to sell Nicolas Jackson. In fact, they see him as a potential 100 million striker. They want to keep both him and Delap as their main number 9 option heading into the new season. AC Milan are one of the clubs that admire Jackson, but the move is very unlikely. The reason? Chelsea's valuation. They believe Jackson has the potential to reach elite striker status. Then you have got Fabrizio Romano confirming, when Chelsea asked for Hugo Ekitike, they quoted 100 million euros. So Chelsea's stance is clear. If you ask for 100 million strikers, we'll do the same with ours. That's the market now. And now this will be Nicolas Jackson's second season at Chelsea. And the reality is been a roller coaster. 13 goals, 5 assists, 2 red cards, big chances missed, and you just never knew what you are going to get. Some days he's running defense ragged, others he's arguing with the referee or blowing sitters in the 6-yard box. And that's, my friend, is the Jackson experience. Let's be real, a large part of Chelsea fan base is losing patience. The inconsistency, the rash decision, the disciplinary issue, and in a season where every point mattered, Jackson's 2 red cards were absolutely costly. He's got movement, he's got pace, but when it comes to decision making and composure, he smiles off the finished product. So naturally, fans are asking, why not cash in if a big offer comes in? 100 million, let's be honest, is he worth 100 million? No, not now, not yet. He's nowhere near that level of polish or reliability. He's not an Osimhen, he's not a Gyökeres, he's not even a Julian Alvarez. This isn't Chelsea saying he's worth 100 million today. It's Chelsea saying, if you want to lowball us, we're asking for top money for your raw talents. We are not playing that game anymore. And in a market where strikers with potential go for 80 million plus euros, it's a power move to protect the squad value. And Chelsea don't want to sell Jackson, especially to a Premier League rival. It's part of the project alongside Leon Delap, João Pedro, and the plan is clear: internal competition. So no, Jackson might not be a 100 million striker today, but he's got the tools, and Chelsea clearly believe he can be one. The question is, can Enzo Maresca refine him into the final product? Chelsea were linked with him all window, but with João Pedro coming through the door, the question flying around is, what happened to Hugo Ekitike? Let's break it down. According to ever-reliable Peletico, Chelsea are currently unlikely to make a move for Hugo Ekitike due to transfer of João Pedro, and it all makes sense. Chelsea already signed João Pedro, a player who can operate up front, out wide, and as a second striker. He's flexible, proven in the Premier League, and still only 23. So with Pedro now part of Maresca's setup, the need for Ekitike, who plays as a similar hybrid role, has significantly dropped. Now here is where the confusion came in. A lot of Chelsea fans has been asking, we have been chasing Hugo Ekitike for months. What changed? Is Pedro replacing someone else? Could we still bring him both? And honestly, it's a real possibility. Earlier in the window, Chelsea had a discussion with Frankfurt. They admired Ekitike's athleticism, technical ability, and selling. But Frankfurt quoted 100 million. Chelsea immediately pulled back. And as we mentioned earlier, if you are going to ask us 100 million for your strikers, don't expect us to undervalue ours. That led Chelsea to explore a better alternative. And João Pedro was available, proven, versatile, so the club moved fast. But let's be clear, unlikely doesn't mean impossible. Chelsea are still watching the market. If there's a late twist, loan option, cut price opportunity, or a winger sale that opens up the space, then a move for Ekitike could be revisited. But for now, it's not a priority. Chelsea's current attacking setup is Jackson, Delap, João Pedro, Ex-Toval, Neto, Bino Gittins. There is depth, there is variety, and Chelsea don't want to overpack the front line and block development pathway. Ekitike has talent, no doubt, but right now Chelsea have moved on for financial and tactical reasons. And now, according to Peletigo, the reliable voice on German transfers, FC Bayern Munich are still monitoring Nkunku's situation and are waiting for market opportunity. Nothing advanced, no offer, nothing has changed. That's it, no formal talks, no negotiation, just interest and observation. Watching the player, his fitness, and it's not hard to see why Bayern are keeping tabs. Right now, Chelsea are not entertaining offers. There's no pressure to sell. Nkunku is still viewed as an important part of the squad when fit. Bayern Munich hasn't made any approach. It's all monitoring, scouting, and waiting to see if an opportunity presents itself down the line. This is not a situation where Chelsea are under threat yet. So yes, the Bayern Nkunku story is real, but for now, it's quiet. No movement, no fire. So here is what really happened between Chelsea and Jadon Sancho. Talks happened, Chelsea were interested, and the money was on the table. But in the end, Sancho said no. Let me explain what happened and why. According to Ben Jacobs, speaking on United stand, Chelsea went to Sancho and said, "We are prepared to match our salary contribution we made on the loan deal to sign you permanently, around 180k to 200k per week." Sancho rejected. That's the deal in simple terms. Chelsea were ready to commit long term. They appreciated his form during the loan. They saw the revival and they made it clear, "We'll continue paying the same amount we covered this past season. Let's make it permanent." But Sancho wasn't having it. Sancho's camp reportedly wanted Chelsea to match his full Manchester United salary, which was around close to 300k a week. And that's where things broke down. Chelsea weren't willing to rip up their wage structure, not for a player despite a strong bounce back. He's still working fully to rebuild his reputation. It's a financial risk, and this tells you two important things about where Chelsea are headed. One, the club are no longer handing out inflated wages like they did in the past. The new regime is all about structure, balance, and performance-based reward, not to match Manchester United overpayment mistake. And Sancho said no. That's his choice. So that's the reality. Chelsea wanted Sancho, they offered good money. He said no because he wanted United level wages. And honestly, this might have saved us from another wage trap. So that's the video here. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Gobi.